What happens when the thing you've spent your whole life mastering can be done by a machine in a single afternoon? No wages, no rest, no mistakes. This is the story of a man who lost everything he'd built his identity on and found something on the other side that no machine could ever take from him. Once upon a time, in a small town by the river, there lived a weaver named Osei, whose cloth was known across 3 villages. Every thread he pulled was even. Every pattern he set was exact. Children would stop outside his workshop just to hear his loom. People said it sang when he worked it. For 30 years, this was who Osei was. Not just a man who wove, the man who wove. Then the mill came. A great machine arrived on the back of a wagon, and within a week, it did what Osei did in a month. Cheaper, faster, nearly identical to the eye. His orders thinned, then stopped completely. The merchants who once waited outside his door now walked past it without slowing down. But every morning, Osei still opened his workshop. He still sat at his loom. He still wove. The neighbors began to talk. "The machine has already won," they said. "What is he still doing in there, wasting his days?" Even his own daughter, Amma, grew embarrassed by it. By the sight of her father giving himself to a craft the whole town had quietly agreed was finished. One evening, she couldn't hold it in any longer. "Father," she said, "everyone can see the mill does your work now, faster than you ever could. Why do you keep weaving?" Osei didn't answer right away. He simply reached behind his loom and pulled out an old chest. Inside were cloths unlike anything he had ever sold, uneven on purpose, patterned with small, deliberate flaws, each one carrying a different story in its weave. Amma had never seen anything like them. "The mill makes cloth that anyone can buy," he said quietly. "So I stopped trying to make that. I started making cloth that only I could make." Friends, this is what discovering your worth really looks like in a world that keeps changing under our feet. The town saw a man who'd lost his purpose. Osei saw a door no machine could open. The mill made 1,000 yards of identical thread in a day. Osei made one cloth no thread could ever copy. The buyers wanted cheap cloth by the yard. The collectors, when they finally came, wanted a story woven by a human hand. Most people, when something faster arrives, try to outrace it. They work harder at the very thing the machine already does better than they ever will. But Osei understood something else. His value was never in his speed. It lived in the parts of him no machine could hold. His memory, his intention, the flaws he chose on purpose. Years later, long after the mill had gone quiet, replaced in time by something newer still, Osei's cloths hung in homes 3 towns over, each one signed, each one the only one of its kind. The machines that outpaced him were forgotten. He never was. So the next time something arrives that seems to erase you, look closer. It can only take the parts of you that were replaceable to begin with. What's left standing after that, that was never really up for replacing. That was always yours. If this story brought a little clarity into your day, subscribe to Aspire Journey, and let's keep growing this mindset together, season after season.